Hi, you're watching Spotlight, an offshoot of wide angle conversations where we shine the light on emerging women entrepreneurs with a focus on their business. We help them to create awareness and enhance their reach to a wider audience. I have with me today Radhika Sathaye, the founder and creator at The Family Kitchen. Hi, Radhika.
Hi, Taruna.
Welcome to Spotlight.
Thank you for having me. It's such a pleasure to be here.
At Spotlight, we aim to empower women with confidence to speak up for themselves and to make their work more visible. We want women to celebrate their success. So let's have Radhika introduce her business with a quick elevator pitch.
Hi, I'm Radhika Sathaye, founder and creator at The Family Kitchen. The Family Kitchen is a producer of fresh, healthy, and pure food, and we are based in Singapore. Our differentiator is that all our products are 100% free of any preservatives. We do not add any chemicals, stabilizers, or synthetic materials to increase the shelf life of our products, which is why they last only a few days. The best part is you can taste the actual ingredient in every product that you're supposed to be having. All our products are also lab tested as well as nutritionist approved, and we deliver across Singapore.
That was wonderful, Radhika.
Thank you, Taruna.
Tell us what inspired you to set up the family kitchen.
Right from childhood, I've been very inspired by my mother's and grandmother's cooking. Everything we ate at home was, locally sourced and freshly made. Despite how busy my mother was, she's a gynecologist, she always made time for meal times, and, we always had hot and fresh food. This is a big part of the philosophy behind the family kitchen, freshly made food that is completely free of any preservatives.
Right.
And another motivation or inspiration would be the fact that I come from a family of 4 generations of doctors. My parents have their own hospital in India, and I've witnessed their journey right from when they built the hospital to how they grew their practice, and how successful they've been. And the only constant has been their hard work, their commitment, their passion, and their dedication. And to build something from an idea in your head requires tremendous courage. And I think somewhere that sowed the seeds for my entrepreneurship journey.
So it was a logical flow for you. You had a corporate job, but then you chose entrepreneurship over it.
I think so. I think entrepreneurship was like a natural progression because in 2015, when my daughter was born, the apple didn't fall far from the tree. And when she started solids, of course, everything was freshly made, and we only sourced the best organic fruits and vegetables, and everything was homemade, right? And it lasted only a few days in the fridge.
Yeah.
So this got me thinking about commercial baby food pouches and what that means in terms of preservatives, chemicals, synthetic materials, and processing. And the thought of babies consuming processed homogeneous purees, where you can't taste the ingredient that you're supposed to be having, absolutely didn't appeal to me. And that's how the family kitchen was born, out of necessity.
Okay.
We wanted busy parents, to have freshly made, preservative-free baby food for their little ones. And we thought this would be the way to go.
So what's behind the name?
The family kitchen is actually inspired by a couple of things, the name. Firstly, the word kitchen, because we absolutely wanted to move away from anything that signified mass-produced, factory manufactured,
Right.
or, anything that suggested an industrial scale. We wanted to evoke a sense of freshness, which you probably would only find in your own kitchens, which is why the word kitchen.
Okay.
The word family, because, even if you see the logo, it's a
Yeah.
circular sort of...
Like a table.
Absolutely. And we envision, people, families, friends sitting together around a table, bonding and connecting over food, And ultimately, the family kitchen, because our food is safe and can be consumed by babies, children, adults, parents, grandparents. So it's really for everyone.
So Radhika, that makes me feel that your process of creation, and you do call yourself the creator, the process of creation must be very well thought through and holistic, right? Tell us a little bit about your products then.
We started with fresh baby food, and then as the babies grew up, parents wanted healthy snack options for their kids, right, which are not processed or from a packet.
Yeah.
Which is when we launched the whole wheat biscuits and the super grain cookies. Both of these are made from 100% organic whole wheat and 100% organic finger millet.
Right.
Because, we follow a concept of stacking. So we start with the base ingredient, which is always very nutritious. And then we perfect the recipe by lab testing it and working with a nutritionist to make sure it meets the high standards of quality. And the other thing also I want to mention is both these products are absolutely unique, because we don't compromise on the health aspect.
Yeah.
And nothing like this exists in the market. So we're very proud about these two.
Okay.
And
Right.
yeah,
And you've also recently started your almond milk.
yes, that's a
Right.
creation again we're very
Mm-hmm.
proud of. So we recently launched the fresh almond milk by Family Kitchen,
Right.
and I owe this creation to my daughter,
Mm-hmm.
my younger daughter actually, because she's dairy intolerant.
Okay.
So when breastfeeding ended, we were on the lookout for healthy alternatives,
Mm-hmm.
So we tried oat milk, but it just wasn't nutritious enough. So the doctor suggested that we try almond milk. So we tried all the brands in the market, but all of them gave my daughter some kind of rash or allergy.
Wow.
And it turns out she was reacting to the stabilizers and chemicals in the product.
Absolutely.
And the worst part is the nutrition sort of got depleted because they heat treat the milk, all the commercial brands, right?
Right.
So it just didn't work, and which is when the Family Kitchen's fresh almond milk was born.
Wonderful.
And we lab tested it, and we saw that the values, the nutrition values, were completely off the charts. Because
Imagine that.
yeah, with 82 almonds per bottle, right? So which was amazing, and that's the beauty of using real ingredients, is that you have nothing to hide. In fact, there's so much more to celebrate.
Right.
And I think especially in these challenging times, when borders are a lot more closed, reliance on your own country's resources is so important, which is why we feel locally made, freshly sourced options are the only way to go. And the only way to make it preservative free is to make right where your consumer lives, which is why we make in Singapore, right where our customers live.
Great. And that what I'm hearing is that these are some of the things which also differentiate you from other
Absolutely, absolutely.
businesses.
Yes.
Radhika, my next question may be one of a cliche because it's so often asked, but I think that's very relevant for entrepreneurs because every business has its own challenges.
Yes.
What were some of the challenges that you face?
I'd have to say, as an entrepreneur, as I'm sure you're aware, there are so many things that you're dealing with on a daily basis, right?
Absolutely.
Every time you think you've solved one problem, there's three other things to deal with. And I think I'm working on adapting to this fast pace while also juggling, kids and home, this dynamic sort of fast moving pace. As an entrepreneur, there are so many opportunities that sort of come your way every day.
Yeah.
If you want to be a marathon entrepreneur, you need a big part is to say no to a lot of things.
Right.
Otherwise, you're sprinting and you're going to, be spread too thin and you'll burn out. So I think I'm learning to deal with all of these, but it's a wonderful sort of journey of learning.
Yeah, right. And that's such a wonderful tip. All of us entrepreneurs, we try to, sometimes fall into that trap
Absolutely.
and burn out.
Absolutely.
Right. So, what makes you wake up every morning and go for your dreams?
I'd have to say it's firstly the love and support of our customers. That is super encouraging, and it really reinforces my belief in our products. To hear positive feedback,
Right.
it's so encouraging. Secondly, it's my passion and vision for the Family Kitchen, which drives me very deeply. And finally, I'd have to say, I'm in the driver's seat, but there's a whole team behind me, right? None of this would be possible without the support of my
Absolutely.
husband, our parents, my sisters, our children, our helper. I'm truly and eternally grateful for their support.
True, true. We all have a tribe behind us.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, what's the plan for the future? Say the next 3 years?
I'd have to say, in most countries where everything is locally grown and freshly made, farm to table has actually been happening for generations.
Yeah.
This has not been the case for Singapore, but I think COVID has challenged these norms, which is why the government recently announced the 30 by 30 plan, the ambitious goal of, growing 30% of Singapore's nutritional needs locally by 2030.
Yeah.
And I think we basically want to try and be a part of this journey and help support in our small way, increase the locally manufactured and produce of Singapore. And I think the way we do this is we're going to expand more by selling on more online marketplaces and platforms. We also plan to roll out a few more products, and we'll be moving to our own kitchen soon,
Lovely.
which is very exciting. And I'd have to say, the grand plan, of course, is to introduce everyone in Singapore to our products and make the Family Kitchen a part of every kitchen in Singapore.
That's wonderful. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Taruna. Thank you very much.